I'm Kayla, the BookTube Turtle, and today I'm doing the Netflix tag. I was tagged by Megan from A Court of Reading. I will link her channel and video below, as well as the original creator's video. So basically this tag asks like Netflix themed questions and you answer with books. Question 1. Recently watched. The last book you finished reading. Okay, the last book I finished reading was Rite of Revelation. I've talked about this series a lot on here. So I read the series, the Rite of Rejection series, for the first time like 6 months ago, and then like 2 weeks ago I was like, I really should reread that. Even though I've got a billion other books to read on my TBR, I started rereading that, and I just finished the second book. If you don't know, this book, it's a dystopian where every 16-year-old there's like this ceremony, and this like machine reads you and determines if you're going to be a criminal in the future, and if you are, you get rejected and like exiled from the rest of society. Yeah, it's one of my favorite series. It's really good. I love it. Question 2. Top picks. A book that has been recommended to you based on a book you've previously read. For this I'm going with ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses, because I didn't know about this until I read Throne of Glass, and then I found out about this because it's by the same author. Also The Darkest Corners, because I read Little Monsters for Booksplosion, and I don't know what my deal is, but I've been like really into psychological thrillers lately. So they were both really good. Question 3. Recently added. The last book you bought. Okay, so the last book I actually bought was Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 6th book in the Throne of Glass series. It's the Kale book, is what it's usually referred to as. I haven't actually started reading this yet because I don't like Kale. I have heard from a lot of people that this book does like change their opinion on Kale, so I'm really excited for that. I'm so busy with school that it's been really difficult for me to get into it because it's like a high fantasy, I guess, because I've tried to read it. So yeah. And as far as like the last that I got, because I didn't actually buy these, but I got them from the library a week ago, is Four Secrets by Margaret Willey. A short story collection called The Bazaar of Bad Dreams by Stephen King. And I can't with all these books. The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. I'm almost done. Oh my gosh. I'm almost done with this one, which was really good. It kind of has that psychological thriller feel to it. It's about these 3 kids who kidnap this other kid, and the whole story is told like through their journals because they're in like a juvenile detention center because they got caught, and about like what really happened, and there's all these secrets, and it was really good. I mean I'm still reading it. I've got like 20 pages left, but it's really good. And then for The Diabolic, I don't actually know what this is about. It's just been on my TBR and I saw it at the library and I was like, I guess I'll get that. Question 4. Popular on Netflix. Books that everyone knows about. Okay, I'm not going to show the actual book because it's up in the case and I don't want to get it down. It's Harry Potter. Everybody knows what Harry Potter is, so I'm assuming you all know what it looks like and you don't need a visual. But yeah, I would say Harry Potter's is like the most popular series on BookTube and just ever, because everybody knows what it is. As far as like BookTube, I'd also say all the Shadowhunter books, Throne of Glass, Percy Jackson, they're all pretty popular. Question 5 is comedies a funny book? Okay, this was kind of difficult because I don't know if I've ever read a book that was like just funny. For this I'm going with Percy Jackson because these books are hilarious and they always make me laugh and it's just great. I had some other options for this answer, but like I wouldn't necessarily call the book a comedy, not that like this is a comedy, but like some of my other ones, like I have Mara Dyer on here because that book made me laugh, but that book is also very creepy and intense. But like I laughed a lot, but I wouldn't call it a comedy, so I don't know. But Percy Jackson. Question 6. Dramas. A character who is a drama queen or a drama king. I have answers for both of these. Okay, for drama queen, I'm going with Cadence from We Were Liars. That book. I liked the premise of that book and the kind of idea behind it, but I was so not attached to any of those characters. Like Cadence was just so whiny. That whole book, And like a lot of it was the way that all the kids were like brought up, but they were just like very entitled and just complained about everything all the time, and I couldn't handle it. For Drama King, I'm going with Kale from the Throne of Glass series. Because, okay, I'm going to clarify though, specifically around books like 3 and 4, because he was just so whiny in those books, like complaining about everything and like constantly insulting Selena. And like, because I liked him in the first 2 books. And then we got to book 3 and he started acting that way, and I was like, I can't take this anymore, stop. And so I still just like have that anger towards him, because it was just so annoying the way he was just like, I don't like this, I don't like that, blah 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 blah, and I just... Question 7. Animated. A book with cartoons on the cover. Okay, so this isn't really on the cover, but I also, like, this book I was just talking about, 4 Secrets, it has drawings in it because one of the girls doesn't write in a journal, she draws pictures in her journal. So there's like little drawings all throughout the book, which is really cool. But like for actual cartoons on the cover, I'm gonna go with both Fangirl and Geekerella, because cartoons on the cover, and they're both like fandom based. That's interesting. Question 8. Watch it again. A book or series you want to reread. All the books. Okay, a big one for me is Harry Potter. If you don't know, I think I said this in like one of my very first videos. I've read the Harry Potter series 11 times. All of those 11 times were like in my 3 middle school years, and you know, I'm in college now. So it's been like 4 years since I've read Harry Potter, and this December I'm reading it again for the 12th time, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. Also, I really want to read all of the Shadowhunter books again, but in publication order, because I've never read it that way, and I've heard that that's like the best way to read it, where it's like the first 3 Mortal Instrument books, and then Clockwork Angel, and then City of Fallen Angels, and then Clockwork Prince, like where you go read it in the order that they were published. So I really want to do that one day, but I might wait on that till like all of the Shadowhunter books are out, which is like several years, but we'll see. 9. Documentaries. A nonfiction book you would recommend to everyone. Okay, so I don't really read nonfiction because I just don't. I like fiction. Yeah. But for writers specifically, I would recommend this book called The Emotion Thesaurus by Angela Ackerman and Becca Puglisi. I don't know if you can see that. It's really thin, but this has helped me so much with writing. You can go to like, it's got a table of contents that just lists a bunch of emotions in alphabetical order, and you go to that page, like I just flipped to a random one, it says annoyance at the top, like the emotion annoyance, and it gives you a definition. So this says like aggravation or mild irritation, and then it gives you like how people act when they are feeling that. So like it really helps you, you know, show don't tell what your characters are feeling. So it has like physical signals, internal, like what you internally feel, like what's happening like mentally, and then it kind of like from an external point of view, like cues of like having that emotion for a long term, and like cues of like if somebody was like trying to suppress that emotion. So yeah, it's really interesting. Also, I haven't used these 2 as much, but I have these other 2 books that are by the same authors. It's the Positive Trait Thesaurus and the Negative Trait Thesaurus. It's really helped for like character building. So like, the positive one is like character attributes, and the negative one is like character flaws. So like just flip to a random one. In positive trait, creative, intelligent, generous, honest, funny, stuff like that. And it gives you a definition. It gives you how people act that way if they have that kind of personality trait. Good things about having that trait, maybe negative things about having that trait, stuff like that. This one about character flaws, it's got the same categories on the pages as the positive one, but controlling, melodramatic, insecure, impatient. They're really good for like figuring out how your characters work. Question 10, action and adventure. An action-packed book. Okay, I feel this one is kind of like the comedies one. Like, most books have some kind of like action woven in there. I'm going with Harry Potter because it's like adventure book. It's got that feel to it. Even though I feel like I've used Harry Potter multiple times in this video, but like Harry Potter. Question 11, new releases. A book that just came out or will be coming out soon that you can't wait to read. Okay, the last Magnus Chase book, I think it just came out. I'm not sure. But I'm so excited to read that entire series. I haven't read any of the 3 books, so like I just want to read them like back to back to back. And I'm excited because it's Percy Jackson. It's not Percy Jackson, but like it's in the same world, so sort of, not really. I don't know, but like in my mind I connect all of like those books together, so it's Rick Riordan's book. It's gonna be good. This is my other 2 are coming out in like 2018. But still, the 4th Shatter Me book, Restore Me, I'm so pumped for that. I'm so excited. It's like in March though. It's pretty far away, but I'm so excited for that one. Also, Obsidio, the last book in the Illuminate trilogy, and that book, One Thing. What is that called? The next Shadowhunter book, that's like the first one of Will and Tessa's kids. What is it called? I'm like blanking right now. The Last Hours is like the series name. What is the name of that book? Golden Chain or something. Golden Iron Chain? I don't know. And finally 12, to tag some people. So I'm going to tag Waverly from Waverly Reads and Vanessa from A World of Words. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you would answer any of these questions the same way, or what you think about any of the books I talked about. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!